Welcome everyone, this is Scramble from Emotionless Crypto Trading, and here we go. The entire space is on Carnage. Bitcoin and alts are getting hit from everywhere. The entire space just decreased by $23 billion in the market cap in a matter of a few hours. Bitcoin is down by 10%, Ethereum 12.3%, and Bitcoin Cash, the one that was getting a bunch of FOMO these days, it's almost 20% down in the last 24 hours, which is big deal. Now looking at the entire volume, it's just $17.2 billion, and that's slightly above than what we used to have as an average, which means that the selling pressure is dominating today. Considering the entire space, just look at that, everything is anywhere between 12 to 20% in the altcoin sector decrease in the last 24 hours, which is insane. I mean, look at a V chain, which is 22nd with a $424 million market cap. To have 21% decrease in the last 24 hours is insane. 23 basic attention token, the one that is getting hype with the Coinbase listing, right? So you see that these things are not sustainable. All these hypes built by the media when a coin is getting listed somewhere, or there is a hard fork, where there is such things that would represent a potential outcome as a quick making money method from a hard fork or from a listing. Then the token is supposed to be pumped. People used to buy before it would be listed in order to make some money and sell it once it gets listed, right? So you see, these things are not sustainable in a market crash because all of them are suffering more than what the average market is suffering. That's the big deal behind them. On the other side, we do have the market cap. Oh, here is a tab representing it. We're gonna go and take a look at that, right? So $210 billion November 14 today. Look at that. That was the market cap, $12.8 billion volume. Right now, look at it, 187 billion market cap, which means $23 billion out of the entire market cap value. Let's take a look at the BTC chart. Look at that. If you remember yesterday's video, if you don't remember, you can take a look on my channel, because yesterday I've used the same technical analysis I've been using for the last months with this most important price points and lines that we have, and that's basically what happened here. I was speaking about this green line, which is our uptrending channel support line. I was speaking about that yesterday. It seems we broke out of it down the way. We broke out of the $6,000 support zone, or didn't even react it at all. And then we have the $5,800 support zone as well, which reacted. Now, these things are also presented in my previous video yesterday with all these support zones, which is giving you the detail that technical analysis is presenting you the information that you could consider as a potential data in the direction you want to trade as a prediction, right? So that's what the technical analysis permits. Look at that long candlestick without anything green, guys. This is 2-hour candlestick for the BitMEX side. Wow, it's insane movement. And the big issue behind this, in my opinion, is that the entire media is already yelling everywhere and it's going crazy about this thing. Look at that. Everyone is just pulling out different numbers. One media says 5,700, the other one says $6,000. We've got the other websites as well talking a lot of this bearish energies out there in order to trigger the market in a specific direction. Because you know what people used to do? If they see right now the $6,000 support zone has been broke, they go on their FOMO and they're starting to push their selling pressure machine continuously on the order books. That's what's happening. Unfortunately, we have to see if the bears are having the ability to keep the support of 5,800, which is located right here. If not, we will have to run another technical analysis to see what's going on below that, right? So these are the details. Let's take a look at the Ethereum market as well. A very long candlestick for the 2-hour, which is the shadow right there. We broke below, like for the Bitcoin, it's the same story. I mean, if we look at the entire market cap, like I said, it's just going down the way pretty aggressively with very high percentages, and this is why we call that type of the bloodbath Carnage, or possible capitulation, which is something a lot of the people are still expecting from the Bitcoin to go beyond and below $5,000, which is pretty difficult in my opinion, but we will have to see that. Just imagine, in order to be there, you need huge decreases of at least 10% decrease like today. This kind of rounds, you need to get this kind of hits to your market, this kind of very powerful flash crashes in order to touch levels which are intended to be below $5,000. You still need to get at least 3 to 4 this kind of hits without getting any sort of bullish recovery movement, which is very difficult around these days. And you see even the alts, even for those people which are thinking that a cryptocurrency that is 30x below the all-time high, 50x, 5,000% is not going to get anything around selling pressure when it's already 30x below the all-time high. It's not going to gain this average movement of the space. It's not going to follow the average movement the same direction. High volatility on the bearish side is pretty much wrong, because no matter what's the difference from the all-time high position till the current one, if the selling pressure is applied on the Bitcoin, the entire space is going to suffer. Let's just have a look. If we click on the change, we're going to see the ones which did not suffer. We've got a few ones. Most of those are this, similar tokens to Tether, such as a True USD, the Paxos, and the USD coin, basically the ones trying to pair up the entire cryptos at the $1, basically. We do have the Ethereum, which is the only one out of the first 100 cryptocurrencies on CoinMarketCap ranked by the market cap to sustain on positive movement in the last 24 hours with 11.33%, which is extremely difficult today, guys. Going to the next 100, take a look at that. 24% Nasdaq coin, and there is a few other ones as well, 7% and 6% basically. But on the other side, we do have 25% economy is getting hit, 24% Sky coin is getting hit as well. Huge percentages down the road. Let's take a look at the biggest ones here. In the first 100, we had the WAX, 25%, IOST, 24%, Decentraland, 23%. That's insane. That's insane of a crash that we have these days. And here's Basic Attention Token, one of the biggest crashes, assuming that there was a lot of the rumors that the token is going to get listed on Coinbase and people bought in order to sell after that. Right, that's pretty much all about today's video. Follow the technical analysis in order to see the language of the market and the probabilities. That's what we're trading, always and always, probabilities. Well, thank you so much for watching. Like I said it, feel free to subscribe if you want to keep up with this type of videos. We're talking about ICOs, technical analysis, leverage trading, margin trading, a lot of these things which are related to the space, including the news. If you're interested in one-on-one coaching program with leverage trading, margin trading, normal trading, you can follow the links in the description area for the one-on-one coaching that I have. That's kind of all about today's video presentation. We're going to talk to you soon in the next days. Have a good time over there, and make sure that this kind of things are not going to get you emotional and put you in a feelings of affection. No, we don't need that at all. We don't need a pricing and whatever candlesticks are we going to see, whatever crashes, percentages here. We don't need them to create a sort of a negative environment based on our emotions, right? So we don't look that in our lives at all. We have to act rational and see that the only solution to this is to react at the right time. That's why technical analysis is here to tell you this is the time you get out. If you didn't, you suffer the consequences. We were breaking below the uptrending support line. If you didn't, like I said, I'm going to repeat it. Usually in life, everything has a price. This is the price of not working with technical analysis. I've suffered for months, years, weeks, and days whenever I didn't follow it. Right? So I'm going to assume this. I've suffered the prices that I've paid whenever I did not follow the technical analysis I've personally made. Attention. Right? So it might happen. And from time to time it happens. Because you get stubborn and you don't follow in some circumstances. I'm talking about in general, not about today's case or anything such. Right? So in general, you might get stubborn and you don't follow, which is a big issue. So as a conclusion, I've been burned a lot of money by not following the data. And I'm not gonna do that ever again. Good. Case closed. Talk to you soon. Have a good day.